Well, we are just 33 days away from voters heading to the polls to decide on 3 statewide proposals and races for governor and Senate. Last month's Local 4 Detroit News poll showed Democrat Gretchen Whitmer with a double-digit lead over Republican gubernatorial nominee Bill Schuette.
So let's bring in Jason Colthorpe, who's been breaking down the newest numbers we have in the governor's race and whether they've changed at all since then. Jason?
1 month later, Devin, and the needle has not moved on the top 2 races. However, there are opportunities for the candidates within these numbers. In the race for governor, Republican Bill Schuette has inched closer, but Democrat Gretchen Whitmer is still polling ahead by a double-digit percentage, 46.8 to 35.2. Breaking it down by the issues, the majority of voters polled think Whitmer has a better plan in all the major categories. On education, 16 points higher. On roads and infrastructure, a 12-point lead. Healthcare, plus 16. The economy is the only one even close, with Whitmer plus 2. And that should be noted, according to pollster Richard Zuba.
One of the things she's obviously been doing is putting out policy proposals or tying herself to policy proposals that are resonating with voters. And that's not happening right now with the Schuette campaign. I think there's a big missed opportunity here for Republicans to be talking about the economy.
In the U.S. Senate race, incumbent Democrat Debbie Stabenow leads Republican John James by 18 percentage points. The breakdown of the candidates shows why James isn't getting any closer. 39.5% of voters have still never heard of him.
Right now, if John James won every undecided voter in the election, Debbie Stabenow would still beat him.
It also appears President Trump's coattails are not what they were 2 years ago.
57% of Michigan's voters view him unfavorably right now. And that's a hell of a wind in the face of a lot of Republican candidates.
I did talk to both campaigns about these numbers tonight. First, the Schuette camp tells me they have internal numbers that show the race closing, getting closer, and they fully expect that to continue up until Election Day. From the Whitmer camp, they say they're very encouraged by these numbers, but they are not taking their foot off the gas. And if you'd like to know more about the people who were surveyed for this, which you should, I encourage you to take a deep dive within these numbers at clickondetroit.com. Guys?
All right, and more of those numbers because there's more in the poll coming up first thing tomorrow morning.
Indeed. All right, well, tonight, as the FBI wraps up its investigation into the allegations of sexual assault against Brett Kavanaugh, Michigan voters are giving their opinion. Voters in Michigan narrowly oppose his nomination to the U.S. Supreme Court. Nearly 91% have heard about the allegations made by women against him. 34% believe Kavanaugh, while 41% believe the women. Kavanaugh has denied that he sexually assaulted Christine Blasey Ford decades ago when the two were in high school. And as I mentioned, more of our poll results coming up tomorrow morning, and that will include a closer look at the Attorney General and Secretary of State races. Local 4 News Today gets underway at 4:30 a.m.